My question is, who is, or what entity is the proxy manager, and how do we measure the legitimacy of that proxy manager?
Like I said before, it will have to be a trusted organization, which probably won't be me. But you know, perhaps Voice of America. I'm not sure how well that is trusted, but an organization like that. What's that?
VPS.
VPS. Okay. So it has to be based on the trust that people have for that organization, and other than that, that's all. That's all there is.
Maybe you have to go back to the government again.
The question is, the stage 2 is still in the research phase, or have you done a small test trial in a limited scope to prove that your design is feasible? Have you done that?
Right. Well, I'm still researching. One thing I should point out is that this is a part-time project for me. I have a full-time job and then I do this on the side. So progress is usually quite slow. But I'm still researching. I have a good idea of what I need to do. But the plan is to, as you were suggesting, to run simulations of the final algorithm we come up with.
Okay. One follow-up question is, why just you usually with other open source project, there's a lot of people contribute. So why with this project? The idea is very, very interesting, and I imagine there should be a lot of people want to defeat the censorship in the world, around the world. So how come it seems there's a lack of enthusiasm for this project? Could you explain why?
There is a lot of enthusiasm. Part of the problem is that you usually have to have a computer science degree to work on it, and also to know how to program, which people. So you have to get people who are enthusiastic and people who are in the computer field, and people who have a lot of free time, which doesn't usually happen, especially when you work in the computer field. I have gotten a lot of emails from people very excited to help, and then I explain to them how they can help, and I usually don't hear from them again. So at one point I was looking for funding for it. I stopped doing that in order to simply concentrate on working on the project instead.
Okay. One more question. We have about 5 more minutes.
Just a quick question. Have this system ever been compromised? Before that, what platform? Is this a cross-platform system, or does it only run on Unix, Windows, or Mac? And has this system been compromised when it was tested in the past or anything like that?
The question was, has the system been compromised, and is it cross-platform? Well, the software doesn't exist yet, so it is cross-platform. You can run it on anything you want. But as far as being compromised, the old system was never compromised, but all the other systems that were out there were being compromised at the time. And so we've learned that how far censors were willing to go in order to defeat these circumvention networks. For example, there was a system out there called SafeWeb, and the way it worked is it was a bunch of proxies, and the way you discovered the proxies is that you subscribed to an email list, and then they were sent to you whenever new proxies came along. And the problem with that is that the censors also subscribed to the email list, and then whatever proxy addresses they got, they simply added them to their sensor list. So that's an example just of one that was compromised, but every single one out there has been compromised or is capable of being compromised. And if they ever got enough popularity, they would be certainly compromised by one of the governments.
Thank you, Bob. Okay, one more question.
I just was wondering, what are the current consequences of getting caught right now?
Good question. As far as you mostly get caught for publishing information or distributing it. For example, if you send out an email saying Vietnam should be democratic, they'll come and arrest you. And the consequences are usually a multi-year prison term.
That's your answer?
As far as access, though, usually you're not caught. First of all, they can't catch you because they don't know that you're. The connection to the proxy would be encrypted, so they don't know what you're looking at. So unless you're doing something else that would get you caught, then they retroactively use this against you. That's the only way you could be caught.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I think we're running out of time and lunch is about to start in a few more minutes, so we're going to wrap up right here. And I think if you still have questions for any of the speakers, you can contact or talk to them personally after the workshop. So thank you for Baranowski.